So today's video is going to be on a Mitsubishi Evo 6 AYC pump replacement. So the customer's come to us, phoned us up, booked in with an AYC light on the dash. So we are potentially looking at a refurbished pump exchange unit on it. So the car's just about to turn up. Ray is going to get it in the workshop. We're going to diagnose it and go through the process, showing you step-by-step guide of what we do and how we do it.
All right, so we've got the TME in the shop now. I've plugged it in to read all the fault codes on the car, and the only code we are having is pump fail, which is on these Evo 6s is same as on the Evo 10 C161E, which is a pump fail. So what we're going to do now is drain all the fluid on the AYC pump, pull the pump out, and then I'll show you the difference between the tired dead one and a new fresh one. These are so common to failing because they are situated outside the car, here at the back, right by the back wheel, sprays all the grit and the water. UK is wet a lot, it's continuously wet. Water goes inside there, sits inside all over the pump, rusts it, it dies. So what we do is you can either, like this car's having, a stock replacement, so it keeps the same line, same everything, in the same position. All we'll do is we'll just wax it. The other option is we relocate it inside the boot with braided lines and everything all inside the boot, so there's no exposure of the pump to the elements, and it's, in the long run, it's just so much better. As you can see, the AYC pump is now out. There's the old one. Here's the hole where it came out of. You can see it's quite rusty and everything. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull this one apart, take the pressure switch off, pull it out of the housing, see how the housing is. If the housing isn't too corroded, we might blast it, paint it, and then put it back in with the new one, or we'll just replace it. So yeah, let me show you the difference between the two. This is our new pump. We have a new housing for, well, not a new housing, but a refurbed housing that we can put on with the pump, so no need to pull this one off and blast it. As you can see, the cores and everything, how corroded they get, versus our one that's been redone and repainted. All the solenoids done as well. If I hold this one up, look at those solenoids. See there. So next up is going to fit it into the car. AYC pump is in, as you can see. The pipes from the reservoir at the top are in, the feed and return. The two lines that run to the diff over here are both in, as you see. I don't know if Reagan, have you shown them? These are those two lines, the opposite ends. I've put all the mounting bolts back in and everything, cleaned everything, and now what we're going to do is drop the car, go to the top reservoir, put fluid in, and then we're going to start the bleeding process. Okay, so before we lower the car, I've opened both these two bleeder nipples that are here on the side of the diff. So these two pipes here are linked all the way to the AYC pump. So I'll be filling up the pump from the top in the boot and letting the fluid come through and using the launch plugged in onto the car, and then I'll be activating the pump to bleed the system, to get all air out of the system as I've had all the lines and everything off. So next I'll drop the car and we'll start bleeding the system. Okay, AYC pump has bled. All the fluids are checked. We open those two nipples underneath and we bled the system. So basically I tell the pump to pump the fluid through the system underneath from top to bottom. Obviously gravity will push all the air bubbles out. When it's full and clear, close the nipples. It's bled really. All right, so the AYC pump has bled. I've bled it through those two nipples I showed you underneath the car. Filled up the fluid in the top here, in this reservoir. And then with a launch, controlled the pump to pump the fluids throughout the vehicle as I need it. I've topped this up, I've closed the nipples underneath. So now that everything is done, I've double checked everything, no leaks, wiped everything clean. Now I'm going to go road test it. And while I'm road testing it, Reagan's going to take you to Chris to go and discuss the different options of the AYC pumps and options and everything we have for you. So yeah.
Okay, so we are Up in the office, I'm just going to go through some pricing and the packages we offer for these pumps. So now you've seen Ray, he's done his thing. He's been going out on his test drive now. We're assuming it's all going to be all good because he's got a new pump in the car now. So going through the pricing, I thought I'd just tell you where to find it. So you can find all the pricing. It's on our website, autotalk.net. We'll put a link at the bottom of the description as well to show you exactly where to find it. But basically go on our website, look up services, Mitsubishi Evo, and then you can choose your Evo and you can choose AYC pumps. So there is a few options to go through. So the one you've just seen in the video, that is our typical drive-in, drive-out service. So it is what it says in the description. You turn up, we have a pump here ready to go. We'll replace your pump, keep yours in part exchange. You drive away with a good refurbished unit on your car and problem solved. So that service, just to give you an idea of price, so we're talking about Evo 4 to 6, sorry. So Evo 4 to 6 are all the same. Slight difference on Tommy Mackinum, which we fitted today, but they're the same price basically. They are to drive in, drive out. We do the labour as you've seen. We supply the pump, we bleed the fluid up, and we test drive the car to make sure it's all cured and fixed. That price is £1,226 plus the VAT. So that price is the same for Evo 789 pumps as well. Basically, it's just the Evo 10 that's a little bit more money, so it costs more to rebuild. So yeah, this is a vast saving on buying a new pump, although it is a fair investment. If you look at buying a new pump, if you can even get a new pump, they're around the £2,000 mark just for the part. So you'll struggle to find one to start with. But with our refurbished pumps, we do give a certain amount of warranty depending on what service you take up. So if we're installing it in the original location, we do a 3-month warranty. There is other videos out on our YouTube page about relocating these pumps. So half the reason they fail is because of the ingress of water, the corrosion, and the bad climate we live in. Unfortunately, it destroys these pumps. So to get it out from underneath the boot floor, put it inside the boot, keeps it dry, keeps it protected, and we actually put a lifetime warranty on that if we refurbish the pump and use our relocation kit. So it's a one-time cost basically. You're paying for the pump, you pay for the relocation, and you will never have to pay for that again in the lifetime of your ownership of that vehicle. If you are looking at wanting to refurbish your own pump, we do offer that service. So for people who may be abroad or too far to travel or have already got the pump off the car, we will offer the service to rebuild your pump. So what you need to do, go on the website, again on the link that we've put below. There is a form on there saying AYC pump repair form. You need to click on that, download the form, fill out your details, put it in a box, make sure it's safely packaged because things do break on these quite easily, and then ship it to us. Give us a phone call beforehand to let us know it's coming, and then we will refurbish your pump if it is at all possible. 9 times out of 10 it is. There is some really crusty, corroded pumps out there that we do see, but we have a good chance of sorting them because we carry so many spares as well. So that doesn't have a fixed price. We do a price on application. So once we've seen your pump, we've stripped it down, seen how it's come apart and found the fault, then we will give you a price on that pump. So average cost on a refurbished AYC pump that you send to us is around between £800 and £1,000 plus VAT for the actual pump repair. Again, we can't guarantee that. Sometimes they're £500, sometimes they could be £1,500. So it is all dependent on your actual pump. So that's the second option. We repair yours, post it back. And then the third option is the relocation. So to give you complete peace of mind on the repair and the cost. So yeah, I think that sums up the pricing. If you want to recap on it, it is on our website. Go and visit that. Any questions, just drop them below and we can answer those, or give us a call in the workshop and we'll help you out with that. So we always carry probably 2 of each Evo pump in stock that's fully refurbished at one time. So Evo 4 to 6 are the same, Evo 7 to 9 are the same, Evo 10 are their own pump. And there is a Rally Art pump as well, or an Evo 10 RS. So that's a slightly different pump as well. But we've got them all in stock, all refurbished, ready to go. So yeah, pick up the phone, give us a call if you're having this problem and we can help you out. So thanks very much for watching. Any comments, leave them below and we'll see you next time.